And I am ready to slay. As the Silent. Got a 250 gold star. And lots of early shops here. Seems like a potentially... Oh my good lord, this act is loaded with stuff. Wow. Not over here. That's not too bad either, actually. Hurry McDurr, thanks for 24 months. Don't have any other really powerful upfront starting bonuses, so I think even though we're paying in health, which I don't usually like doing, 250 gold has got to be good. Because we can recite, and then we don't have to fight the first or second elite. We could actually just avoid. Let's mark this in yellow. The panic path. The path we take only if we cannot kill any elites whatsoever. Lunch today was a hot dog, actually. Hot dog with homemade relish and spicy mustard. It's pretty good. Do I play any chess? Only casual over the board. I've never done any form of online chess, and therefore don't have a rating. Dead Teddy with the Prime sub in the 3 years. Just got back from a 15-day cruise through the Panama Canal. And found out you're going to be a dad. That's amazing. Yeah, the homemade relish was tasty. A little bit of zip to it. Spicy. CK Nate with the Prime sub in the 10 months, the metric year. Let's see what that first shop has for us. Whoop. We're not going to this shop or this shop, if they don't allow access to the Burning Elite. We'd like to take on that Burning Elite in Act 1 if possible. It's not always possible, mind you. Take one next turn. Seems good to me. Triple defend. What's our goal with the Silent Streak? 20 is the goal. But I think my personal best is 8, so I'd really like to see an improvement on that. It's a terrible draw. Power creep is inevitable in any game that gets kind of constant updates and wants to add new player options will inevitably feel power creep. As if you take a game and you give the player new options, so you have basically two outcomes. Either the option doesn't add any power creep because it's worse than every other option you can already pick as the player, and therefore nobody wants to take it, and it's completely useless. That's option 1, and that's a terrible option. Or option 2 is, the new thing is situationally or non-situationally better than the existing options in the game in one or more ways, and therefore power creep has occurred. So yeah, you kind of have to do it. Unless you stop adding new stuff to the game. Ways to do this are to rotate out content, or options. Some games do this, but even so, you usually seek power creep of some form. Or just limit how much stuff you put in the game, which is a hard thing to do. And if you've got an active multiplayer game, usually you're kind of demanded by the player base that you add new stuff. And so power creep is going to be inevitable, again, because they're also going to demand that the new stuff be useful. Do We go Dagger Spray, floor 1 against Slime Boss. Maybe I'll try Finisher today. I don't usually trust Finisher, but it does have quite a bit of power to it. Let's give it a try. 6 damage for each attack played this turn. I don't have a good record with Dagger Spray, so I'm looking for a reason not to take it here. Guess I'm taking 6 here, unless I Gambler's Brew. We've had first Dagger Spray, yes. No, we didn't take first Dagger Spray. Terror is great here. Applying Vuln to a target for the rest of the fight means physical attacks are much more effective. And so we can find a lot more effectiveness from physical attacks moving forward here. All-out attacks better than the Dagger Sprays. I like that a lot more. If we're looking for cards to add right now, how about Ori? As I don't see other relics being that good. Cloak and Dagger's okay with Finisher. Blade Dance, now we're talking. Ooh, Leg Sweep, Piercing Wail. Calculated Gamble. And we're offered a Tactician as well. Okay, I'm definitely taking Calculated Gamble. I think we're taking Leg Sweep. I like Leg Sweep. We're definitely taking Blade Dance. And I'm okay with Cloak and Dagger. Other option might be Sneaky Strike and Prepared. It's actually kind of cool. Let's try the Sneaky Strike Prepared option. Tactician's not currently reliable. With only Calc Gamble and Survivor, we need more ways to discard stuff before the Tactician can work. Oh, and I'm still going to take that all-out attack as well. And then, yes, the deck is now huge, so what if I removed a card? With Finisher, we should probably consider removing a Defend. And then, because I removed a Defend, I should probably buy Backflip. Right? I think that sounds pretty good. Let's do it. Okay, now this deck feels like it's in a pretty good spot. We could have also bought Dark Shackles instead of doing that, but I really like the replace Defend with Backflip option. And now we get an upgrade or a Pain Curse. I don't think we want a Pain Curse, though. I'll take the upgrade. And our first upgrade should probably be all-out attack for 4 more damage to every enemy. Essential against Slime Boss. Essential against probably our first elite here. I would love to get a heal. Cleric? You're not Cleric. You're not Cleric at all. Pretty sure any draw kills next turn. Ooh. Dash and Prepared. Okay. That's the Fire Potion is the final piece of the puzzle we need to make these elites nice and easy. I really like having this dash for Gremlin Nob. Second Prepared makes the Sneaky Strike more reliable. I don't think that's enough, though. Are we more likely to see a rare in the card rewards if we don't see one in Orrery? I think so. Yeah, it should increase our rare chance, looking at the cards from Orrery. A lot of cards. We've added 10 already, but they're all good cards, so we probably want to ease off on the card adding for now and focus on upgrading things and removing things. We want to upgrade Terror for an energy discount. That's a pretty good choice. I also like the Blade Dance upgrade for one more Shiv alongside Finisher. Can be very good. And we're more likely to get those together with Gambler's Brew and Calc Gamble. But yeah, the Terror upgrade's pretty nice also. And if Terror would allow me to play one more Strike alongside the Finisher anyway, right? So yeah, let's upgrade Terror. It's not reusable like the Blade Dance upgrade. And yeah, we might get it for free against Lagavulin. That's also a thing. Still, I think it could matter alongside Sneaky Strike as well. Let's upgrade Terror first here. The more I've played High Ascension, the more I've come to value one-time energy discounts. Oh, and we can do both. Remove Transformer, upgrade. Let's steal another upgrade here. Make these elites reliably easy. And set ourselves up for Slime Boss. Cool. Yeah, very cool. Now we have the best of both worlds, and this should be an easy fight. That's a pretty good turn one. How much damage does this do? We do 12, 24, 24 plus 18. That's pretty good. I do like starting with Terror, though. Okay, well now I can do Terror, Sneaky Strike, Strike, Finisher. I'm going to do that. Yeah, well, there you go. And this, exactly being able to play Sneaky Strike after Terror was what we just talked about. One of the reasons to upgrade that Terror. So I'm glad that paid off immediately. And then we ended up using the upgrade against Lagavulin, even after saying that it wasn't that good in this fight. Didn't manage to draw a leg sweep here. That's okay. We only take 7 currently. So we could use the Gambler's Brew, but do we need to? I don't think so, and I think we'd rather keep both potions for Super Gremlin Knob, right? Super duper Gremlin Knob. It's already almost dead. If I bottom deck Calculated Gamble, we might have a Fire Potion kill. Or bottom deck the Leg Sweep, rather. Let's do this. 2 turns to kill. I think we can do that without trouble. Easy. We get an Ornamental Fan for playing 3 attacks in 1 turn. We gain block. Amazing with Blade Dance. Die, die, die seems pretty good. Massive damage to all enemies for 1 cost. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Somewhat Eccentric, thank you so much for the 15 months. A dozen times a dozen is 1 gross. A baker's dozen times a baker's dozen is 1 nice. I like that. Yeah, 23 cards by floor 8, but they're pretty good cards. I like this deck right now. And it's not like we're behind on upgrades that much either. We already have 3 upgraded cards in this deck. We're about to get 4 and 5 probably. I don't think we're even going to take that much damage to the elite unless things go really weirdly. We also have loads of money and the courier. Did you see that? 80 gold and courier in the same chest. Extremely lucky for us. Great news. The only bad thing is that that doesn't help me right here. And yes, it is Super Knob. And guess what? The Terror upgrade matters again because I can do Terror, then Survivor, then Sneaky Strike. Or I can Gambler's Brew, and that'll activate Sneaky Strike. That's kind of cute. I think we're good, though. I don't think the potions are going to matter that much with this draw order. We could also play the all-out attack to try to discard Sneaky Strike, which is a choice. Seems bad, though, right? If it discards either of the strikes, then that's only exactly as good as using Survivor anyway, right? So let's just use the Survivor, get the guaranteed outcome of -1 strike here. I think we're fine. This is still tons of damage. Already at half health. Okay, this would be a good time to consider the Gambler's Brew. If we don't want to take 8 in this fight. By Gambler's Brew now, maybe we can save the Fire Potion for Slime Boss. I think I like that idea. If we get Blade Dance Finisher, he's dead. If we get Dash, we block. Or Leg Sweep, we block. Yeah, let's do that. Dash and Blade Dance, I'll take it. It's enough damage, right? Yeah. Yeah, Die alone kills, so we have a guaranteed kill. Great fight. We get Strike Dummy. Sneaky Strike. Yes. Excellent. And we kept all 5 strikes because we removed a Defend. Amazing. We have 6 strike cards right now. And we can take a second Die or another Backflip. Second Die sounds kind of awesome, actually. Massive AoE in the deck. And for longer boss fights, it just gets out of the deck. So we have die. 2 in a row. If we get a third one from another card reward, we have to take it, I feel like. Because then we'd have die. Back to back to back. How can you say no to that? Gamble upgrade's okay. Prepared upgrade's okay. I like the gamble upgrade for Slime Boss. Stuttering German. Let's upgrade the gamble, I guess. Mr. Blue Man. It's dunked by the front load. Error is a good card. Is Acrobatics a good card? Maybe. Probably. Let's grab one. Wait. But it's not a die. Gotta at least see if there's one from the Slime Boss, right? We'll skip it. We could upgrade our dies. They'll be a bit stronger. Seems a bit unnecessary, though. We have so much AoE in this deck already. I think I'd rather patch our more glaring weaknesses, improve the block with Leg Sweep, maybe. That seems fine. This nerd again. Let's see if we can get a finisher start. Right, start with finisher. Pretty lame. One more turn. Okay, we did draw Leg Sweep on this turn. That's a bit unfortunate. I guess I calc gamble for 3 of these. That seems good. Don't get the Sneaky Strike, though. At least Strike Dummy is here to chip in. Ow. Can't even kill with a Fire Potion. Ouch. Might have to rest before Slime Boss. Get an Energy Potion. That's vaguely useful. Dagger Throw is pretty okay. Wouldn't call it necessary, though. Yes, keeping the Fire Potion is super good, indeed. We could try to do this on 10 health, but I'm a little scared. I think it would be smarter to rest here. How good is Tactician here? It's not great. It would be better if we had taken the Acrobatics. I think I'm just going to keep skipping, though. We don't want too many unupgraded cards in this deck. Upgrading one does help. I don't feel like our upgrades are amazing, though. I'd much rather get to Act 2. Job, Terror. I'm going to gamble some of this hand. Okay, that kind of works. Hoping we get a finisher turn. That counts. That definitely counts. Good energy potion, too. I'm more than happy to use potentially both potions this turn. Let's just take a quick look here. Currently, this does 9 times 5, 45 damage. We can make it 65 damage. That's probably good enough, actually. We don't have to use both potions. We could add an additional... Actually, the energy pod is more damage than the fire potion right now, because we do 15 plus 9 additional more damage. So let's use this potion. Yeah, and then Die splits them both, so I always split them both with Prepared, and then we always kill them both, too. They're dead. Alright, well, we could have agreed to the upgrade, but we didn't know we were going to get Finisher and Blade Dance together. That was not guaranteed. So I'm happy with it. We don't get a Die, unfortunately, so we don't get the triple. The triple D. But we do get a Burst or Tools of the Trade. I think Tools is okay. Did you know that I play games other than Slay the Spire? It's true. Catch me over on Baalorlord Plays for card games, RPGs, strategy games, and more. Draw 1, discard 1 per turn. Then we can take a Tactician or a Reflex or a Calling Bell. Not Calling Bell. Hovering Kite. We can take a Hovering Kite, too. Hazeberry, thanks for the 6 months. Thank you, son. Yes, Slime Boss easily varies between 0 damage and death. And sometimes what happens hinges on the turn after a split, whether it's double debuff or double 18. Can be life or death difference for sure. And there's no way to know ahead of time which one's happening. But if you can just do 150 damage in one turn, then it's a very easy fight. Take that, Tools. Ooh, what a choice. Option A. A boss relic with no downside. 1 energy per turn. Block 2 curses. Option B. The Runic Pyramid. When we have a finisher and a calculated gamble... Yeah, that's a pyramid. even against Curse Key with Omamori, I think this is pyramid here. Silent in particular loves Runic Pyramid, loves being able to retain her cards, especially with her extra turn 1 draw. Minus 999 gold? It could be, actually. Are there some rare cards that make the prospect of a boss relic change the value you give it? Definitely. Easy example here, Meteor Strike. Makes Snecko much better, of course. It's a 5-cost card that makes a lot of energy. So it's insane with Snecko. But to a lesser extent, that's true of almost every boss relic. There are cards that give different weighting to others. For Runic Pyramid, the bonus weighting here is anything that is 0 cost and /or anything that is conditional at all. That is... the value of the card is dependent on what other cards you draw at the same time. And a card like Finisher is definitely that. If you draw a Finisher with no attacks, it does nothing. If you draw it with a lot of attacks, it does so much damage. With Runic Pyramid, you can hold on to it until you have a lot of attacks in your hand. And then it always does so much damage. There's no longer any randomness or inconsistency in the output. And that is a big difference. I do now wish we'd taken that Tactician. Let's see here. I like going double shop. I'm not sure I like the end of the act if I go double shop. So option A here. In green. Could do one less event, but I like the extra event with Yomamori for sure. That way we get 2 elites this act, 1 late event. That's not too bad. 2 early rest sites, plus 2 removes at the shop. Even with Strike Dummy, I'd love to get rid of maybe 2 strikes here. Although I could actually see an argument for a defend. The strikes are doing 13 damage and giving me some block. This and powering up finisher, they're pretty good. So we could actually remove 2 more defends here. Option B, let's put this in light blue. Go for the elite before a rest site, but we get payoff as an extra elite later on. I don't know if that's actually worth it. I guess it depends on how much money I have after the first shop. Uh-oh. It's Jerktown. Except, I think I can thrash them. It's not quite enough to kill, but backflip full blocks here. Cool. +9 is not enough. So I can survivor defend, or I can kill one. If I survivor defend, I'm taking 4, right? 18 minus 22. If we play 3 attacks, one of them dies, I'm taking 7, because we block for 4. So I think better to play the defensive cards here. Just full block. Keep the attacks in hand. Take a little bit. Could have also used a potion there. That would have been perfectly acceptable as well. I think I can just kill you, right? Yeah, they're both just destroyed. That's a lot of damage once we draw the terror. Slice plus or setup plus. Put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. It costs 0 until played. We can do that on Sneaky Strike, on Dash, or on Leg Sweep. Normally, I don't like setup that much. However, it does have some pretty dang good utility here, trading 2 card draws, which we can afford, for 2 energy. And alongside Backflip or Prepared or something, we can get that energy immediately if we need it. I like it. I like it a lot. Normally, I do not like setup at all, but because we have Runic Pyramid, and because it has the free upgrade, only because of both of those things, it's actually pretty good. Am I willing to all-out attack here? I think I'll do that next turn. Let's go strike, strike. Die, die, die. Fight's maybe a little bit tricky. We could consider using a potion if we end up short on damage, but I think we'll be okay with any decent roll order here. Do I just gamble? No, we dash, then we... No, I can't do that. Okay, let's all-out attack first then, yeah. We do lose dash. Understandable. Have a nice day. Take 2? Take 2 and then gamble? Now, gamble next turn. We have no energy left. Surely we can find 26 damage, though. That sounds easy. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Just 2 damage. Not too bad. Second prepared is an option. Don't love it. No, I don't love it. If it had an upgrade, we could talk about it. Speaking of upgrades, Toxic Egg is here. Ghoster Cool was talking earlier about Runic Pyramid, Toxic Egg, Apparitions being a super good thing. That's tempting, actually. Very tempting. We could even buy that Acrobatics Plus if we wanted. Eviscerate's not bad as far as damage options go. We could take healing in the form of the Eternal Feather. That's not bad either, considering we have so many cards. This is 15 health per rest site, which would be useful pretty much right away. Yeah, that would be quite good if I want to take 3 elites, especially. Maztem, thanks for the full year of support. Hey ya. I think I am going to go with the Toxic Egg, though. There's a Kremlin Horn behind it. Am I going to buy any of these cards or the remove, though? No, I think I'm going to go Green Path here. Buying a Toxic Egg is definitely not the time to take extra elite fights immediately. We've invested in long-term value, so we need to survive short-term now. So to that end, I'm going to go to another shop, because I just want the more rest sites. And because I'm going to another shop, we're not going to spend the last of our money just yet. Come on, Noodles, make me rich. Oh. That is also acceptable. Why, yes, I would love to read your book. We have to pay 21 health to get a book. And books are powerful. This one is covered in salsa and cheese for some reason. It says, at the start of each combat, add a random power card into your hand, costing 0 for that turn. Delicious. Bliss Plus? Pog? Oh, wait, no. Maybe not. Accuracy is here, though. That's kind of cool, but I only actually have 1 Shiv card. So it's not that cool. But I could maybe find more, and the Shiv cards will say plus on them. So maybe it's still okay. Or we could just remove a defend, which just seems reasonable. Yeah, green Good Instinct's also actually quite good. 9 block for 0 energy is very good. Especially with Runic Pyramid. Fighting Bronze Automaton, that actually does seem really helpful. Let's do that. Good Instincts Plus. Welcome aboard. And I'm going to rest for safety now that we've paid a lot of health to get the enchilada. Fumes against leader. That sounds very helpful. Love it. We get some spectacular area damage on turn 1 here. Excuse you. That is too much damage, though. Let's see if I can find my green Good Instincts here. Yes. All right, now set up Sneaky Strike. Do it. I can just play them all right now. Let's just do that. Don't even need the bonus energy right now. Just want to do damage. Look at that. So little health left already. Easy fight. Great fight. More card draw is excellent. Upgraded Shiv cards are pretty dang good. Upgraded Prepared is also pretty dang good. Let's take the Cloak and Dagger. Accuracy, come back. And let's get this to be 0 cost. More 0 cost cards, more better. We're not getting cursed here. We didn't take the cursed key. So we can take the boot if we want to make our shivs do 1 more damage if we haven't played Terror yet. How about no? Uh-oh. Piercing Whale, come back. This might be a Distilled Chaos moment right here. Boot could help with Nemesis. Runic Pyramid already helps a lot with that fight, so I wouldn't take it just for that fight. Finisher, no. It's fine, actually. Although maybe I should have kept those shivs. I should have. It's fine. Keep this one. For, ornamental fan reasons. Draw me a card. Any card. That's a good card. Cool. Managed to full block the Snake Plant. Feels nice. And then just set Ink Bottle to 9. Still needs more shivs, for sure. How about an Acrobatics Plus? It's not really shivs, but it is helpful. The more card draw we have, the better it is to have zero-cost cards. And the better the calculated gamble becomes as well. Speak of the Devil. Actually, I think I'll hold on to that. Let's go Survivor on Strike. Sneaky Strike. Something like this. Just keep these for next turn, since I don't need the block this turn. Seems like a good moment for Liquid Bronze. This is definitely the last dangerous foe that this potion is really any good against, before Heart, anyway. So, might as well use it here. Oh yeah, we have Infinite Blades in play, so yes, we should use one. Because we have a new Shiv comes in play here. That is correct. Put that on top, eh? Now, it can't be discarded. Easy game. There's Terror. At long last, we found Terror. Another great fight. Don't think I needed to rest at all, but it's a nice safety blanket to have. The Specimen is our relic. Unfortunately, that won't do a whole lot. Well-Aid Plans is finally here. Guess what? You're too late. There is an After Image, though. After Image, 1 block per card played. We do have a lot of zero-cost stuff and some shivs. This does seem like a pretty good block engine. Expertise, not that good with Pyramid. Let's take After Image. I like it. Could even upgrade that if we wanted to. Although currently I don't feel like we need to. Oh, and here I said Specimen wouldn't do anything. It's about to do something. Guess we'll kill the cultist first then. Not yet. Can have a bit more poison. Mr. Cultist. Discard this. Set up the leg sweep. Draw into it. Kill the cultist. Cool. Pyramid makes this fight a lot easier, too. No reason to risk it. This ink bottle. Cool. Power Potion seems better for a boss fight than probably the Fire Potion. Explosive would at least do 10 to all. There it is. Accuracy. Now you can come to our deck. Welcome. Yeah, let's lose the Fire Potion for a Power Potion. This could be... Or no, we're done with all the elites. Yeah, it's just a hard pool fight. Triple Bird Nerds. Probably not a threat here. Probably. I'm planning a streak attempt for all the characters eventually. Yes, we're going to do Defect and then Watcher afterwards. 100%. Don't need to set up here. Yeah, don't need to set up here. Wait, what's the ordering? If I play setup when it's on 9... Okay, that does work the way I want. We immediately draw the card back for free. Cool. That we block for a ton even without playing block cards now. That's really good news. Excellent. Second accuracy or an outmaneuver plus. Gain 3 energy next turn. I feel like this setup is already giving us the energy discount we need. Finding all the ways that setup might not suck in a single run. Incredible. I'll take second accuracy. I'll do it. Oh, and a bonus shop with a bonus freaking blade dance. I mean, yeah. Could buy a medical kit, but I don't think we need medical kit. We already have a lot of ways to discard wounds, such that they won't get stuck in our hands, even if we do have them. So I think this is actually unnecessary. What I am going to do is cut... I guess we can now cut a strike card. What's my favorite silent build? Shivs are pretty high up there. I also really like stacking Blur with passive damage. Can be very fun. Caltrops and Fumes. Guess I'll upgrade one of these. Heck yeah. Keep one here. Nice. Spectacular. We're having one of our rare cards stolen. These orbs, when they steal a card, they steal the rarest card in the draw pile, and then it's equal odds between equal rarity. This will bring that one low. In case it steals my area damage. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's definitely stealing die-to-die now, 100%, because we just drew Tools of the Trade. So, not random, as you can see. And I'm looking for Leg Sweep to be 0 cost here. Keep that for the Hyper Beam turn. Yeah, there it is. So set that up. Then dash. Kill this one. Take 2 here, seems reasonable. Cool. Looks like a pretty good turn we have set up here. Not going to be able to make it weak currently. But we can block for a ton, and that counts for quite a bit. Cool. Do the finisher thing next turn. So we full block the Hyper Beam, and then we retaliate with Lethal Force. GG. Excellent fight. Really showing off the power of the deck here. Holy moly. 3 upgraded green cards. Upgraded rare cards, rather. Corpse Explosion can kill everything. I don't think we cared that much, although with the specimen, it's kind of cute. Burst can duplicate skills. That's extremely good. So many good things to burst here. Or Alchemize, making new potions. That's also obscenely good. This could help us find a Ghost in a Jar for the late game. Which is pretty dang good. Can't really burst Blade Dances. We'll never have the hand room for that. But we can burst the stuff like Setup and Good Instincts and Leg Sweep. Let's take Alchemize. I don't actually like my burst options. And then our energy options, Coffee Dripper, No Resting, or Hovering Kite, gain energy when we discard. Both are pretty dang good. Kite has no downside and activates almost every turn. Whereas Dripper does activate every turn, and therefore might be better. I think I'd like to take the Coffee Dripper here. Even though we'll get energy almost every turn with the Hovering Kite, I'd prefer to have guaranteed every turn. Oh, heck yes. Wow, what an Acts 3 path. All right, we're going to start out with some question marks around these shops. Because, yeah. See what that does. And then we can get lots of elites afterwards. 3 or 4. I think just 3, actually. Yeah, 3. 3 is pretty good. Is pretty good. Nerds, next turn is gonna hurt. You. Great fight. Escape Plan Plus. Draw a card. If it's a skill, gain 5 block. If it's not a skill, still gain 1 block. Seems good. Double Orb Walkers for a rare relic and a load of money. I will happily fight these fools. Let's go ahead and use our Power Potion in this fight. Love the double die-to-die draw. Turn 1 here. Definitely helps a lot. I'll play this. Block. Okay. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Really good fight. Almost weird how well this went. Get a Lizard Tail, another chance at life, should we ever die, which I don't think is going to happen. I feel even better about Coffee Dripper now. We'll take this flex pot with all the shivs. This is not enough money to make one shop worthwhile. We're still hoping to get 999 gold so we can courier with infinite money into the shop here. Nope, it's a shop. Fair enough. Apotheosis? No, it's actually terrible, right? Everything's already upgraded. Give me a piercing whale. Give me a calculated gamble. I'm out of here. The illusion of choice. Not Mind Bloom. Distressing. Well, I can take one more. There is a shop coming up. I'll go for one more here. It's a hilarious time to get a random shop, though, right? Nah. Close fight, that's right. Okay, this is an insanely good event with Toxic Egg, because so many of the colorless cards are skills. Second Good Instincts is pretty good. Secret Weapon or Trip? Interesting. Secret Weapon's nice. Don't like Mayhem much. No Master of Strategy, but there is Panache or Impatience Plus. No attacks in hand equals draw 3. I think I'll take Impatience. Good Instincts and Secret Weapon. I like those 3. Don't really feel like I want the Panacea. Odds that we get it turn 1 for the Heart Fight are too low to rely on, and I don't see it doing anything else here. Love card draw. I'll take a Cloak and Dagger over a Blade Dance here. I like the base block on them, although we don't have any dexterity at the moment. Less of a hand clog issue as well. What do I do at a rest site? Upgrade the other accuracy? Good enough for me. Wraith Form is here. I like that. That quite a bit. Both of these nerds. We have lots of AoE, so I'm not afraid of Repto here. Try to do this without playing Wraith Form yet. I think we're okay. Looks like we're good. Five is fine. Although we don't have to. We have Alchemize. Let's not. quite kill her yet. I want Alchemize. Regen Potion's good. That heals for 15 health over the course of one fight. Let's try to do that now. That'll get us to exactly full, and maybe we can find another potion here. Sounds very helpful. Wait, I just discarded Leg Sweep. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put it on top of the deck, is what I wanted to do. Oh well, it's fine too. Yeah, we still full block easily here. Full health. Beautiful. Yep, War Paint, which will upgrade 2 skills. I guess that has to be just the starter stuff. Actually, no, we accumulated a decent number of skills before we got Toxic Egg. So what do we get? Prepared gets upgraded. That's kind of cool. Huviantic says, I always struggle to manage Hand Clog with Blade Dance and Pyramid. Any tips? Zero-cost cards are very helpful, and cards that discard, with Prepared getting a huge shout-out for being both of those things, allowing you to clear stuff out of your hand for 0 cost. But yeah, discard helps quite a bit. And Darth Ziggler with the whole year. Thank you for 12 months of support. Oh, I love letter opener runs. One of my favorite relics to get on silent. Now for every 3 skills we play, we'll deal area damage, which can be a whole lot of fun. You have to stop attacking me now, though. I'm trying to block, can't you see? There we are. Terrifying. It's only neutralized in the draw pile, it seems. Dash, I guess. And I cannot kill it? Seems to be so. Stoop pot is fine. Keep a kill in hand. Alright, we are out of here. Question card. It's a little bit late, but might do something, I guess. Don't really want this backstab. Ninja Scroll. Could... no, that interferes with Enchiridion already. This is already minus cards on turn 1. So we're not going to take that. Because we're already at 8 cards in our hands. Possibly more from other effects. It is a little bit of block on turn 1, which is kind of cool, but it's not good in the Heart Fight. It's also not good against Time Eater. I'm going to leave it on the ground. A Nanja scroll, that's right. Speaking of, Ali CL, did you hear about the ninja who became a lawyer? She got ninjitsu'd. I think we get away with Blade Dance here. Wait, what's this? Yeah, we're good. 35 damage shiz. This is free, right? Get a shovel, meaning we can dig for relics at rest sites. I guess that's a thing. We could take another leg sweep. Could take an eviscerate. We could take a terror or an infinite blades. I like the leg sweep here. I like the leg sweep number 2. I like these potions as well. I have Omamori. You can't hurt me. Writhing mass isn't real. I'm not afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. Not afraid of you. Yeah, let's stop here. They're on to us. Okay, better. Low and steady is a good way to take this fight. Don't re-roll the enemy if you are able to deal with what they're throwing your way. Even if you still have energy left, it's not always a good idea to keep playing attack cards. Swap that out. Here, for example, I shouldn't play an attack, because it could reroll into a more damaging move here. Just end the turn. Really want to get debuffed? I think Blade Dance helps here. That's good. Okay, we should be able to kill now. Second Piercing Wail or another Blade Dance? Do we need more block or offense? They're both good. They're both really good. Only got one Piercing Wail, is that correct? Yeah, we only have one. Really like to have another one. Blade Dance is block. That's true, actually. Letter Opener is really good in this fight. Definitely. 20 damage from Letter Opener, turn 1. Not even trying. Now I'm trying. Ah. Slice and diced. Blur plus, outmaneuver plus, prepared plus, or terror plus. Feels like we might actually want outmaneuver here. More than most of the rest of this stuff. Blur is pretty good too. But I don't have good ways to accumulate a lot of block. So I think I'll take the prepared. We have to recall, not dig. And now we must face our first bosses, Donu and Dekka, the Shapes Brothers, we like to call them. Fumes will help by removing the artifact from both of them here. Kind of cool. They do take a little bit. Just a wee bit. Gamble for now. Yell at them. Keep these. Perfect timing. Set up that dash. Depends. Okay, we're slowly making progress here. We're getting all the powers in play. Getting cards exhausted, stuff like that. Good stuff. Weapon I can... No. Don't want a secret weapon here. So I might be able to do egregious damage to Donu here. 80 damage, finisher, I like that. Back, you're basically dead. Good work, me. A full block. Great fight. Truly great fight. Oops, that's right, that's some more finisher. GG. Yeah, that's right, get in there, specimen. 11 poison. You get a free footwork for Time Eater you shouldn't have. I'll take the upgrade on that too, actually. Gonna lose the Blade Dances for now. They're not that helpful against Time Eater, because they are a lot of cards in one. Against Time Eater, we'd rather play higher impact individual cards. Not that I have a ton of those. Two, huh? Spooky. Ouch. Okay, not too bad, though. Definitely want to get all the powers in play. Pretty much a given. We're saving a whale for whale trick. Yeah, I think that'll help a lot this fight. We probably don't need it, but it's definitely going to be helpful, so we might as well. Oh, sweet. We can set up the leg sweep and use it. The last two cards, or I could just play leg sweep. That's more sensible. Good. Take some damage, Tim. So what is Whale Trick? On the turn after Time Eater drops below half health, so we drop Time Eater below half health this turn. Next turn, Time Eater is going to restore themselves back to half HP, call us foolish, and remove any debuffs that they have at that time. By playing Piercing Whale on the turn that they do this, we lower their strength and apply a debuff called Shackled that would normally raise their strength back to normal at the beginning of next turn. However, when Time Eater cleanses their debuffs, they also cleanse that Shackled effect, as well as the removing of strength that the Piercing Whale did. So it ends up turning the temporary strength down into a permanent one as a result. So Time Eater cleanses here and now starts the phase 2 at 0 strength, not 8 strength, which definitely makes it a bit easier here in the second half. Definitely makes it easier. Alright, and this is a good time to Piercing Whale number 2. Big number. Was Heart ever like that, and then they changed it to be the opposite? No, Heart has always purged their strength down specifically. So Heart has always had the inverse interaction. It's kind of an unavoidable consequence of the Shackled effect and how it works, as well as bosses that cleanse debuffs. Would I consider Whale Trick a kind of abuse of an unintended interaction? There's no evidence that it's unintentional, and like I said, I find it an unavoidable consequence of the game mechanics. There's no way to reinterpret or reword the current game mechanics without adding a specific exclusion for this scenario that avoids the interaction. If you just change the categorization of Shackled from a debuff to a buff, then you reverse the effect rather than removing it. Can upgrade or we can dig here. Any really good upgrades? I like the After Image upgrade a fair bit, actually. Let's upgrade After Image. I want that on turn 1. Making it a different debuff that isn't purged. Right, so now we're creating a weird specific exception. The boss purges all the debuffs, but wait, not that debuff. That debuff is special because it's overpowered or something. I mean, that is what we did with Blasphemy, right? So, it kind of makes sense. Discount. Ooh, Tingsha's here. Whenever we discard a card, deal 3 to a random enemy. That's kind of cool. More than kind of cool. That's tremendous damage is what that is. So is Caltrops, but I'd rather have a relic than a card. Could take a bottled skill. Could bottle calculated gamble. That's kind of cool. Bottle terror. Could still buy the Caltrops. I'll take the Cloak and Dagger. I don't really want a Caltrops. We good, we good. Dex pot for heart seems good. I'll use the Swift Potion in this fight. Right now. Cool. Very cool. Okay, I'll lose the AoE, I guess. Definitely set up that leg sweep. Make a new potion. It's an Entropic Brew. That's kind of cool. Don't have any Shiv bonuses in play, but I'll still play the Shivs. Alright, great turn. Great turn. I don't even need the Piercing Wail anymore. Still pretty good though, right? Take one damage too many. Ding ding. Set ink bottle to 0. Whoops. Oh, well, I guess. I'm cool with that. We get a Pantograph, healing us all the way to full HP, and we can choose Distilled Chaos over Dex Potion or Entropic Brew if we wish. Also, Wraithform. It's my opinion on the replace starter relics with Strike Dummy. Would it increase or decrease win rates? I think it would increase. It's such a huge advantage early game that I think it would snowball a lot. Being able to... Because you're adding, like, on Silent and Ironclad, you're adding 15 additional damage per deck cycle. So 15 damage in the first 2 turns. Watcher does way more damage with Strike Dummy. The Watcher's not even remotely balanced. Strike Dummy's at its best right at the start, and I think it would be very good as a starting relic on any character. Take a Wraith form just for safety, and I'll go with the 2 random potions over Distilled Chaos. What do we got here? We do get Caltrops anyway. Good talk, good talk. And for the potions, we get Dex Potion Liquid Bronze. So we have 4 Dexterity and 6 Thorns against Heart. That sounds like more than enough. That sounds awesome. Oops, all Thorns. Play Dance draws a card. Shivs are, I think, block positive with After Image. We play 3 Shivs. We take 6 Beat of Death damage, but we gain 7 block. Yeah, so we gain 1 block from 3 Shivs. Not a very good amount of block, mind you, but it's our block, dang it. $67, he says. Ouch, we say. That is still a tremendous amount of damage, no matter which way you slice it. Thankfully, we at least have Leg Sweep. Thankfully, we also have Lizard Tail. But yeah, that definitely hurts. Take 26. Go to 40. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And I think we just Piercing Wail this, because it's really hard to block Wolf Rail. Seems like the smart play. Turn for attack potion, actually. Although we're weak, so not really. No, not really. I think I want Neutralize to remove an artifact so that I can probably Piercing Wail the next multi-hit. I'll wait on the attack pot. Would the heart be harder if it debuffed you for the second cycle instead? If it started with the first 2 strength and then debuffed you, the next one would be 6 by 15, right? That'd be spooky. That'd be really spooky. Yeah, I think that would be way scarier. So no weaken next turn with what I'm doing here. Oh. Means I don't have Piercing Wail for the 6 by 15, but I do have Wraith Form. So maybe. I'm just going to gamble into that nonsense. I might hit the Void here. Did not, and I get to set up Wraith Form. That's really good safety. See if we can find the Void now. Yeah, there it is. Cool. Great turn. And I should be able to block this in a standard fashion. Although only if I spend my energy on blocking. Got other stuff to do here, though. That seems like a priority, actually. So... think on that. 2 of them. Let's make it 3. Full block. The power. Great turn. This poor heart has no chance now. We can just Wraith Form through the next 2 attacks. Not that we need to, mind you. Seems convenient, though. I'll do it. That's something I haven't mentioned wanting Inspire 2. I'd like a daily leaderboard that can't be cheated so easily. That we can actually compare people through the daily. That would be very neat. Is there any rumor about Spire 2? There is an official announcement about Spire 2. It is a real game that is happening. We know that much, at least. Stop hitting yourself. GG. If you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And don't forget to check out Baalorlord Plays for variety content. Click the blue Baalor icon to subscribe.